everyone, it's that time of the year again where everything gets all creepy and spooky and creepy. Except this time I'm gonna be with Nick, my good old pal from Greetings from Florida, Stuff It, and our Random Ass Tangent podcast.
Hey there, Christian. So what are we going to be reviewing this time?
Halloween.
Ah, an excellent choice. One of my favorite horror films, built to poke at all the sensitivities to bring you into an absolute state of discomfort and horror.
Yes, this franchise is...
Wait, franchise, pardon?
First of all, Nick, let me finish off my sentence. We're doing the entire movie franchise, from the first Halloween all the way up to Halloween 2.
Whoa. Well, it's a good pick in general, but aren't we missing Halloween 3, The Season of the Witch, Halloween 4, Return to Michael Myers, Halloween 5, Michael Myers...
Rob Zombie!
Excuse me?
Again, Nick, let me fucking finish. It's from the first Halloween up to Halloween 2, the sequel to Rob Zombie's Halloween remake. I can tell you're overjoyed, Nick. And also, for more of the Halloweeny goodness, I'm finally going to finish the Paranormal Activity movies. Hooray! How's that for excitement for you, kiddies? Then I'm probably going to review one or two horror movies for you ghouls out there. So let's start with the beginning. The very beginning of how this entire thing started. Are you ready, Nick? Nick?
Oh, can I start talking now?
Yes. Can you fucking asshole?
Ah, yes, I am ready. First, a warning to Christian and all our viewers out there. The Halloween series tends to make some sudden, sharp turns off what the fuck was that cliff. That said, let's get started with the very beginning of it. John Carpenter's Halloween.
Wrong.
How the fuck am I wrong? There's only one movie that's called Halloween. There's no other movie that's a precursor to it.
Well, technically there it is.
I mean, fucking technically there it is.
Black Christmas.
Christian, are you out of your rabbit-ass mind? Black Christmas takes place during a different holiday, and if you can't tell by the title no less, it's directed by a totally different director. The story itself has nothing to do with Halloween. There's no connection whatsoever.
Here's the thing. You're right, but technically you're kind of wrong.
How exactly is that?
Well, Black Christmas is very debatable on being the first slasher movie in the slasher movie genre. It was the first to combine the POV shots from a subjective viewpoint, the insane killer, pretty much everything that makes your standard horror or slasher movie. And Bob Clark, the director of the film, was doing Q&A talking about the movie. He was working with John Carpenter on some movie, I don't know which one. John said that he was a big fan of the movie and asked Bob, if he was going to do a sequel. Bob responded that if he was, he'd have the killer been caught by the police. Later that year in the fall, the killer would escape, and he's going back to the sorority house. Finally, he will call the sequel Halloween. So again, you're right, but at the same time, you're kind of wrong.
No, I am not.
Whatever. So yes, my children of the night, get yourself ready for the creepiest time of the year. The book is open to let the evil out. The dead has risen from the grave. For this month, we give you
Halloweenie Scary-a-thon Part 3. Okay, wait a second. How come I'm not getting the echoes in any of the creepy music as usual?
Because, Nick, you're not wrong. This is how you do it. Halloweenie Scary-a-thon Part 3. Facing the spectacular savings.
Fucking show off. Well, without further ado, we now begin our first review, Halloween, with our buddy Mike standing at our side.
Hey! Slasher films. Gratuitous nudity for no reason.
So, what do we have to say about this movie?
Well, I think we should start with at least a synopsis or a summary of the plot.
Okay, here's a nutshell. Kid goes crazy, kills his sister who just had sex for whatever reason, gets locked up, put in a mental house, escapes 16 years later and tries to kill his other sister.
Oh.
Spoiler!
Nick, shh.
Was that
Nobody
his
knows.
sister? I thought that was his cousin or something.
Well, in the second
No.
one, they kind of horseshoe in the fact, like, oh, that's his sister. That's the reason why he came back after all those years.
Yeah, and then they horseshoe it into every other film after that, so... Spoiler, everyone! Don't tell anyone! He comes back, kills a couple of her friends who are in a next-door house and tries to kill her. He ends up getting shot, stabbed again, and then thrown over a balcony, and then disappears.
I think he was shot 2 more times after that.
Gets shot a couple of times, yeah.
Nick, see, you missed some crucial things, like, see, in the beginning, they had sex for, like, a minute.
Ah, yes, his punishments, his sister's punishment of death is because they go upstairs, and by the time the boy runs around to the side of the house, they've undressed, had sex, redressed, the boys come fully downstairs, and then left before the young Michael could even go around the full length of the house.
And also, here's a little trivia for you. There's a scene where, like, the dog barks, and apparently, the crew was mooning the dog in order for it to bark. So always think about that. Michael is mooning the dog. Put that image in you.
Lovely.
And, well, there you go.
Okay. Outside of that, what did we think of it?
I still really enjoy the movie. It's still one of my top favorite, like, horror movies of all time. It's kind of funny, like, me and Mike, like, first watch it, and, like, in a movie of... Well, it was like a screening for it, but, like, it was, like, a selected, like, theater screening.
Yeah. It was Rob Zombie Presents Halloween. It was, like, before his movie came out.
I think it was the whole reason why. You just do, like, a little promotion.
Yeah. I liked it when it was in theaters.
Well, I got it on VHS years and years ago, and I gotta say, it doesn't quite age well. Like, I've seen it a dozen and a half times, and I know the whole thing front to end. So, front to end, Christian. Because of all the sex. And honestly, it's really only that compellingly scary when you're not so devoted to it. So a lot of the little glitchy things in it, the kind of the filmmaking aspects, kind of make it more funny to watch.
Yeah.
But still, it really captivates you. It gets your attention, and you really want to follow along with it.
It is kind of funny when we make kind of fun of it. Like, throughout the whole movie, I was making, like, the whole thing is fap, 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 fap joke. Fap, 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 fap. And I say, you know what? Maybe that's the whole entire metaphor for this entire movie. Yet the fact that, like, Michael kept on just jerking off, and, well, apparently he didn't get quite off. He's so pissed off. He's like, I'm going to kill people.
He's backed up, man. He needs a release.
He already killed the sister, so I can't wait into that. Like, the weird thing is the look he has on his face at the very beginning after he's killed his sister. It's kind of like he realized, oh shit, I just saw my sister naked after she had sex. He wasn't mortified by the act of killing her. Just the sort of realization, oh fuck, that's nasty.
I will say this is probably my
Like that's what fucked with his head. It wasn't the murder. It wasn't
I saw boobies.
the blood.
Yeah, I saw my own sister boobies, and they were huge.
That's what fucked him up and made him a serial killer.
And also have him wear that William Shatner mask.
Oh yeah, definitely the William Shatner mask.
Yeah, apparently it was the cheapest mask they could find. And they just spray painted it.
Huh. Cool.
Oh, and let's although Jamie Lee Curtis, like apparently, like John Carpenter, like considered to hire her because it was the ultimate tribute to Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, I disagree.
Really?
Like, there are a lot of other tributes you can do to Alfred Hitchcock. It's worked out for Jamie Lee Curtis and arguably cinema goers because she's kind of a big thing now. Or she was a big thing. But, you know, we still, of all the tits we got to see in this movie, we didn't get to see hers. And, like, that's...
You saw her get high? That's something.
Because she got high.
Because she got high.
Because she got high.
I still like Donald Plus in this movie.
I like the story. That guy, they start off with him murdering his sister, and then comes back later. He just escapes.
Yeah.
And it really seems to be sort of going on that old campfire tale of the killer that escapes from the mental facility just a few miles away and comes and kills a whole bunch of girls for no apparent reason. Whoa!
Yeah, with the whole thing, the whole boogeyman, like, boogeyman gonna get you.
Boogeyman's gonna get you, son.
And here's another fun fact for you people out there. Carpenter approached both Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee to play the Sam Loomis role, the Donald Plants role. But they both turned down. Pretty much Peter Cushing was in Star Wars, so it was kind of hard, I don't know.
And he spent every day since then regretting it. I shouldn't have done that fucking movie.
But apparently Christopher Lee said, that was the biggest mistake he ever made in his career. Because, Fu Manchu.
Good for you. Good job.
I would say each time I keep watching the movie, I don't know, for me it just keeps getting better and better. I have no clue. The first time I watched it, I'm like, it's alright. It's not like the best slasher movie. But each time I keep watching, going back, it's like I keep noticing little things just here and there. I'm like, I'm in love with this movie. It's just a great movie. And I love the music to it. I love that classic Halloween soundtrack to it.
With the terrible audio cuts, and it sounds like it was made by a third grade band.
John Carpenter did the music for it.
Oh, well, he's a fantastic writer. We know why he's not a musician now.
Mike, any more you want to say?
Okay. This is the second time I've seen this movie. I gotta say, I'm agreeing with Nick. It doesn't age well with time. It just...
Well, not if you want to take it seriously.
Yeah,
You can still enjoy it.
Yeah, you can enjoy it. There's not, you're not gonna be philosopher. I can't talk.
Gotta philosophize about it.
Yeah, exactly. There's no great moral truth in this movie. It's just girls getting killed.
It is pretty much a classic story of where you have this killer going off killing people. That it does work. Like I said, it's a classic boogeyman story, and there's just so much great things to talk about. It's just so much.
But it's simple and straightforward. It gives you those good horror moments. A lot of jump scares that aren't too overplayed.
And the thing about it, the jump scares are not even really jump scares. It's not like you see a jump scare come a mile away. You don't. Yeah, sure, you get some of the fake kind of scares, here and there. But when it comes out, it's not going on boom in your face about it. It's looming in the background. When you see Michael Myers, standing right over there, your eyes are focusing it, but at the same time though, you're kind of tense about it. Although with us, we were not that tense. We're just making fun. I'm gonna keep going fa.
Yeah, most of the movie is actually not even slashing anything. It's just building up the suspense for when he does start fucking around.
I tell you, there's an entire metaphor over here, Nick. An entire metaphor of him.
It's foreplay. It's all foreplay.
He just keep backing up, man. He just wants you to just come, and he can't.
Anyway, that's what we got for Halloween 1, a legendary film. And next we follow up with a direct and immediate sequel that supposedly takes place within hours after the original film.
I do have like at least one last little trivia for here for all you people out there. Well, although Halloween performed well with little advertising relying mostly on word of mouth, many critics seems uninterested or dismissed of the film. The first glory review by a prominent film director came from Tom Allen of The Village Voice in November 1978. He did note that the film was a psychological
thriller.
Let me see this word.
Relevant, but seated the Hitchcock
Psychologically irrelevant, but seated that Hitchcock-like techniques was effective.
Roger Ebert, the great and late Roger Ebert, gave the film a similar praise in 1979. And he put it as his top 10 films of 1978. Roger Ebert put it as his top 10 films. And guess what? It's kind of the whole thing with the Night of the Living Dead crowd, where people was saying like this Night of the Living Dead movie, this is just trash, but the film going this is the greatest film of all time, mwah. And people are like maybe we should go back to this Night of the Living Dead. Oh, it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. Even Roger Ebert says like this is just a horrible trash. He went back and going like this is a great cinema classic. That was for Night of the Living Dead. And same thing goes with this, where critics just shit on it, and then when Roger Ebert says like, "Oh, this is a great film," everybody's went, oh, "It's great cinema." So come back, kiddies, for Halloween 2 and this Halloweenie Scary-a-thon Part 3 season of the Spectacular Scene.